Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of Gods Chapter 281, Season 2, Episode 201. And real quick before we get into it, I'm going to say the schedule for this week real quick. Not the whole week, but like today I'll have the live reactions for this, the new One Piece episode, and Monmusu 42 just came out this morning in the English translation. So I'll be doing the reactions to those three today, and then the reviews of all three of those tomorrow, and then that'll push Kizna Ever back to Wednesday with the Haku and A video. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Got that over with quick. So, also, I didn't do a Tower of God discussion last week because I was trying to get together that group discussion thing, but the messages have not been conclusively made into anything yet. So, yeah. In fact, I don't even think... I think one person did message me back, and I haven't messaged them back yet. So, partially my fault. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, starts out, black panel. I came by to check on them. I knew something was going on. Boss, who's he? One of the 10 boss's minions? Yeah. Sorry, there was no boss at the beginning. Who's he? One of the 10 boss's minions? Yeah. And it looks like Hatsu, but it's like blurry. Man, he really got torn up. When did you get over there, Beta? Oh, so that's Ship talking to Beta? Ah, and then Ship looks over at Ron. Aw man, Hatsu's new swords. They look kind of like the old swords, and it looks like he does have 2 of them, so... For those of you, I think it was Yodazuya White Bear Beppo in particular that said he wanted the 2-sword style back, it looks like we got it. Oh, and then Ron just looks over at him. You're awake. Long time no see. Looks like sleeping pills don't work on the Kun family. Says Ship. Can you help me clean this up? And we have Chagrinsky's decapitated body. Oh, my man Chagrinsky. The Hell Train, the Name Hunt Station, 4. And then Jaja's still asleep. My head is still numb, says Dan. I never thought he would drug the water with sleeping pills. Looks like we let our guard down too much because he seemed weak. And then Ron is sleepy, just nodding back and forth. Thud. What was that? I'm not sure what that panel is. It's a good thing we hurried over here. I figured something might happen now that you've killed one of the 10 bosses. You shouldn't think about staying here and living in comfort now that you have one of the names of the 10 bosses. I'm so ashamed, says, sorry, I'm just distracted by that panel. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Oh, is that whatever Beta's in? I don't know, it just seems weird. They flash to it out of nowhere and it's so zoomed in I can't tell what it is. Okay, you shouldn't think about staying here living in comfort now that you have one of the names of one of the 10 bosses. And then Novik, I'm so ashamed. This was because of my own carelessness. I should have been more wary with Agaru Agnes not being here. Rest in peace. I can't deny any... Rest in peace, I think Dan says to the, I guess that's Chagrinsky's body wrapped up, and Dan and Kun are looking at it, and that's where the thud was. Is Chagrinsky still alive somehow? I can't deny any criticism that you may say. Don't blame yourself too much of being suspicious of everyone like Kun can get... Don't blame yourself too much. Being suspicious of everyone like Kun can get tiring too. Are the guys on the train right now? Says Ship. Yeah, looks like we ended up arriving at the station on our own. Just wait a bit longer and you'll see them. But what are you guys doing here? This is a station. I'm sure I heard that you guys weren't on the train. Your team hasn't changed either. Well, something rather complicated came up. To our princess, I mean. And we see it looks like Bong Bong flying. But the team has changed. It looks like they don't have Vespa Verde or Amigo Chaz anymore. What is that? Says a bunch of guys all looking the same from the ceiling. And then Andrasi and Lorray are coming in. A person. Ah, and Andrasi and Lorray start kicking their asses. Or Andrasi does at least. Get her, she's running upward. How dare you try to grab a lady's ankle without permission? Catch Snorlax instead. And she throws Luray at them. Hello. Is this one of the 10 bosses? She looks like a Scylla. You, one of the 10 bosses, Mart the Octopus Woman. Are you one of the boss hunters who recently appeared? The boss hunters? Is that the cheesy name people are calling us? This is all because of that anachronistic little game of yours where you keep playing 10 bosses or whatever. Is that your own fake version of the 10 families? And what's with this octopus woman? That's just gross. How dare you mock Lady Mart? She has the most servants among the 10 bosses. Shut up. She hits him in the head with one of her needles. This is hideous. Sucking up to a monstrous woman like that, dressed in the same uniform, just to get some stupid name. So it's cool seeing her use needles again like in Volume 1. You know, if she were a real woman, that alone should have let her turn men into slaves. But your master's level is just so low. So bring it on, you smelly baldies. Once I make an air hole in each of your foreheads, then you'll realize who you should really be serving. If you won't come at me, I'll head over there. So it looks like she can fly using bong bong like wings. And she starts taking them all out with the needles. Damn, this is really cool. Crap, get her! And she's still just busting through all the servants. Something happened to that wild princess? Yeah, going up the tower with a knock is becoming more and more of a problem. As you already know, Anak is not Zahard's a legitimate princess. To Zahard, she's more of a pain in the neck. Her identity was revealed to a guy named Lopo... Oh shit, we see Lopo Biaren again. To Lopo Biaren on the floor of test. It looks like the Lopo Bia family has properly begun to raise this issue. The Zahard family doesn't appear to be interfering yet because it's a matter among the regulars, but it's clear that they're not pleased with Andrasi for helping Anak. Ultimately, the Princess of Zahard is a competitive system. It's difficult just to get chosen alone, but afterward you have to survive in a competition against other princesses, which means that climbing the tower with Anak right now is a serious disadvantage to Andrasi. Plus, from D rank, 2 twin princesses have formed a team and are climbing the tower together right now. Hello. Hello, this panel. The strongest among the top 3 in D rank, Lilial and Shilial Zahard. So those 2 are in the top 3. Sachi is in the top 3. So wouldn't that make it the top 4? Those 2, Sachi and Kaiser? The problem is that they're from the problematic Lopobia family. So those 2 are princesses from... Is Lopobia the 10th family? Because, like, seriously, I thought it was, like, usually only 10 family that got... Or at least branches of 10 families that got chosen to be princesses. They're obviously trying to stop their competitor Andrasi at all costs and rise to C rank. The story related to Anak would be something they would prey on, and then Anak pokes him in the head with her foot. Hello. Well, since she's already a princess, it wouldn't be easy to strip her of her authority. But if this Lopobia family takes action, I don't know about Andrasi. It could be difficult to guarantee survival for Anak or ourselves. We were contacted by Lilial Zahard first. She proposed a game to Andrasi. If we go to the name hunt station and take away Kaiser's name, the Lopobia family would never interfere with Anak again. And they would even hand over the life of Lopobia Ren. Oh shit. What? A ranker's life? They were absurd conditions. I figured they must be up to something. I definitely told her not to do it, although she's my mother's enemy, said Anak. I'm not stupid enough to fall for such an obvious trap. But Andrasi agreed to it. That's why we're here at this station, says Ship. I clearly oppose this. I can't stand how she pretends like this is for me, says Anak, yelling. We're only here because the train happened to be pulling in on the same day. Alright, I get it. Anyway, we found out something shocking while we were investigating this station. A secret hidden on this station. What? You're the last one left now, Mart the Octopus Woman. So has Andrasi and Lorray taken out all the 10 bosses? Oh no. I think she's talking about all of Mart's people. It looks like Andrasi killed them all. Surrounding yourself with all of these idiots doesn't help. These pathetic men that you've gathered around you are completely useless. Does this make you happy, cleaning up the mess for those in power and having people treating you like a queen? What? Says Mart. I know your secret. This station is a very famous regulars disposal facility among the families. Bring me the Kaiser's name is like an open secret passcode among certain families. They offer that kind of condition when they want to get rid of a regular that they don't like. There isn't a single regular so far who has come here and completed that quest. Once they come here, they end up having their name stolen and becoming no-named or one of your servants. Since this place has its own legal system of slavery, no one says anything about it, and rankers can't interfere since it's a station. Okay, so that was the Lopobia family's plan. They send people after Kaiser because they expect Kaiser to take down Andrasi in a knock. Okay, that's really cool. So saying that they'll give you something if you bring them Kaiser's name is just an empty lie. It's a promise which they have no intention of keeping. What's amusing is that you guys are siding with them. You guys get huge sums of ransom money from the 10 families when one of their children wanders in here by accident. The fact that you guys are still alive even after demanding such a thing from the 10 families mean that they feel a need to have you around, as filthy hounds who dispose of a few pesky regulars for them. That's enough, she goes in for the attack. Anyway, and she throws Lorray in to take the attack. Bad guys always let their hands take over when they can't think of anything to say, and she appears behind Mart and stabs her in the back of the neck. Ah! Does it make you happy being treated like a queen here? And she grabs Andrasi around the throat. I'm the Octopus Woman. Stabbing my throat isn't enough to kill me. This fiend is tough. I wouldn't be able to strangle you to death with my power. However, I can steal your name. And she puts her tentacles on Andrasi's back. Bah! How do you think I became one of the 10 bosses here? I may be weaker than the other bosses, but with these tentacles, I can steal. Get your filthy feet off me. There. And then Bong Bong activates. 10% output. Disgusting. So she can fire a beam with Bonbon and just sliced Mart in half with it. Sorry, right now, I don't have a name to give you even if I wanted to. Are there 5 of them left now? So wait, what does she mean she doesn't have a name? Interesting. So, we found out that the people in power conspire to legally imprison regulars here who they dislike, says Novik. And you guys also ended up coming here because you fell for that princess's scheme. So is that why you're planning on slaying the 10 bosses and stealing Kaiser's name? Well, ultimately, it would all be okay if you could just steal Kaiser's name, but it won't be that easy. I'm not sure about the other ones, but 2 or 3 of the 10 bosses are really powerful. And then there's this Kaiser guy. Kaiser, real name unknown, date of birth also unknown, birth of date. He probably settled here intentionally on the orders of someone. His abilities go without saying since he's been acting as the ruler here without having his name stolen for over 1,000 years. Someone released that monster on this station with a clear purpose. Okay, so Kaiser's definitely going to have some bigger secret behind him. We didn't take him seriously at first, but actually when we first arrived here, he invited Andrasi to his residence. What? Surprisingly, Kaiser proposed a duel with Andrasi. Andrasi accepted the proposal, of course. Since the name Zahard can't be stolen even on this station, Andrasi bet her real name on the duel. The result may be hard for you guys to believe, but she lost. What? Azahard's princess lost. Correct. So right now, when's Bomb gonna get here, says Andrasi. She's lost her name to Kaiser. Okay, that was a really cool twist. That Andrasi's... Like, I thought that Ron was gonna lose his name, but then Andrasi's already lost hers. And it looks like they've taken out 5 bosses, 5 are left. Those 5 are probably tougher. Emergency food, clothes, fruits, essential vitamins, and first aid medicine. The next day on the train, will this be enough? And it looks like Coon putting supplies into one of his lighthouses. Blue Turtle, put these bananas in there too, says Rack. Forget it, just finish them today before you go to sleep. I don't have room to take anything perishable to the next station. These are a great kind of food, says Rack. When will Bomb get back? Coon is thinking. Once tonight's over, we'll be at the next station. We have 2 days at most to complete the Kaiser quest. He's not going to miss the train, is he? Bomb has been kind of strange lately. Sometimes it's like he's living in a completely different world. Maybe that revolution thing is more dangerous than I thought. Maybe I really should have stopped him from doing that. And then the door slides open. Bomb walks in. Bomb, you're back. Yeah. Huh, Bomb, what's with that face? Did something happen? It's nothing. I'm just a bit tired, that's all. Bomb, let's get some sleep. Tomorrow, we have to steal that guy Kaiser's name, or we have to steal that Kaiser guy's name at the station. And then Rack and Coon are just looking at him, and that's where we end. Okay. Oh man, that's really cool. Okay, I love this one. I loved, like, seeing the fight. That was awesome. Seeing that Andrasi's lost her real name. She'll probably want that name back. I don't know. I guess she can leave because she stole other names, but she could potentially leave, but she's probably going to want her real name back, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe Bomb will beat Kaiser and give it to her? I have no clue. So, yeah, that was just really cool. And whatever is up with Bomb, I guess it's just he's seeing some shit inside of his soul. So, we'll probably find out more about the revolution and stuff later. But, this was great. Like, this was a really, really good one. And, I don't know. I guess that's about all I can say for it. So, well, it's a bit of a long one too. So, thank you for watching. Like if you did like this video. Comment down there and tell me what you thought of the chapter and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Tower of God, One Piece, Mamusu, Kisnaiver, Pokemon, a lot of stuff. Subscribe for that. Check out the channel if you want. Same with following on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there on when I'm posting stuff, pushing stuff back, anything like that. So yeah, just if you want to, check that out as well. And that's it. So I will be back with the review tomorrow as usual, and then maybe a discussion at some point this week. And of course next week's chapter I will be all over that because I am loving this arc. So thank you one last time, and I'll see you all next time.